It's coming up to a year since Kamilaroi Dunghutti man Dougie Hampson Jr, also known as Dougie, died from 2 perforated stomach ulcers.
You wouldn't call it life. It's just been a fight. Just trying to get these answers, trying to get some justice for him.
The 36-year-old was in severe pain when he went to the Dubbo Emergency Department in August last year. He told staff he'd heard a popping sound, like a tear inside him.
My son was sedated within 40 minutes of entering ED. Like, why sedated? He was calm, he was polite to staff. It's all in the report.
After being monitored for 19 hours, Dougie Hampson was released and sent home. He was found dead the next morning. Lawyers say staff at Dubbo Hospital made a series of errors in their treatment.
Assumptions are made that it's drug-related, when in fact it wasn't. No objective tests were carried out, like a scan or an X-ray, on the complaint that he made, which was that he had a tearing or rupturing sound in his stomach.
Dougie's family now taking their 6-month-long public fight to New South Wales Parliament, with the Greens MP asking for the Attorney-General to step in and establish a coronial inquest into his death.
The family of Dougie deserve justice, and New South Wales Health needs this inquest to establish the facts behind this tragic occurrence. I urge you to consider this matter with the highest urgency.
The case is being compared to that of Wiradjuri woman Naomi Williams. A 2019 inquest into her death found that implicit bias and racial discrimination played a role in her death at Dubbo Hospital.
If cases like this just go past without an inquiry, then it's likely to happen again. We thought that this would end with Naomi Williams' tragic death. Unfortunately, it didn't, and I think it's necessary for an inquiry to be held.
For the Hampson family, the inquest would signal the end of a long fight and for changes to the system.
This doctor didn't even want to look at him, not interested. You know? So if you can't tell me that's not prejudice, what is it? It's not negligence. It's just gross disregard for life. And these changes have got to be made. And someone's got to be held accountable.
The New South Wales Attorney-General was contacted for comment. Monique Pueblos, NITV News.
The head of the National Aboriginal Community Controlled Health Organisation, NACCHO, is warning that the COVID-19 pandemic is far from over, urging mob to ensure they're protected. It comes as some states and territories weigh up whether to reintroduce mask mandates following a rise in the number of cases. Queensland Premier Anastasia Palaszczuk said talks are ongoing over whether mask wearing should return in certain settings in the Sunshine State, while the ACT's Health Minister is not ruling out a mask mandate after a spike in the number of cases. NACCHO CEO Pat Turner has urged mob around the country to continue to wear masks in crowded places and practice social distancing in a bid to curb the spread of the virus in our communities. She also says it's important our people are up to date with both their COVID and flu shots.
For those over 55 who are eligible for the 4th shot, do that, but there are many of